Good morning, everybody. I hope you have had a wonderful weekend. And the weather's turning really, really freezing cold in Melbourne. And there has been a massive amount of snow on the mountains, which is 70 centimeters at Falls Creek, which is crazy. Today, from the comfort of our own homes, nice, cozy and warm, I thought I'd bring up this topic of free versus paid, the good, bad and ugly around what it means, when is the right time to do it, and how you can use it to your advantage, and when is it perhaps not a good time to do it. So what I'm going to just do, I'm just adjusting my lighting here. I'm just going to do my share of this live in the groups that it goes into, and then I'm going to get stuck into the content. I've got 10 different things where we're going to compare free versus paid and the advantages and disadvantages of each of them. All right, so let me just get this done, and hope wherever you are, you're keeping safe, and slowly these restrictions are going to hopefully, be eased around the place here. Well, in Victoria, it seems like we'll be under it's someone's birthday today. I love it. 5th of May. Actually, I know 2 people born on the 5th of May, and it's my birthday month. And this month, actually, you guys, is the anniversary month of the business. And this, my birthday marks, sorry, I was just going to finish the sharing. My birthday marks the anniversary of the business. So when I walked out as a coach in 24th of May 2010 from the training that I had just done, the 3-day intake training, it was a 2-year diploma, but pretty much after that intake training, they said, get out there, you're a coach now, get out there and find clients and start helping people. And that's when I deemed I started my business. So I always mark my birthday and my being my business anniversary, if you like. Okay, I've done all my shares now. So 24th of May 2020 is going to be 10 years since I started out in business. I have to say I'm proud of the fact that we have survived through so many different stages of when they say most businesses will fail under the first 12 months, and, within the first 3 years or within the 5 years, and only this many businesses will be left after 10 years from when they started. So I always kind of set that as my benchmark in terms of how I wanted to progress and have the business. And of course, now after 10 years, the next milestone will be 15 and 20, and I want to do something special for the 10-year anniversary, but not sure what yet, and whether we'll be able to be out of our homes. But anyway, let's get stuck into free versus paid, and the good, bad and ugly thing, and how to use it to your advantage, and when is probably not the right time, not a good time, or when might you be overdoing it, because I have met a lot of people who keep giving away their stuff for free, or they keep wanting to help people for free, but at the same time that doesn't necessarily help other people. So we're going to go through 10 different things, of course, related to businesses similar to those that I kind of deal with the most, but I'll use some real life examples as well throughout the call. All right, so paid events versus free events. We're going to start with that one because that's pretty much been the backbone of my business when it comes to how we do our promotions. We've done live events, what I'm talking about here is live events, okay? And then there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there and people who have put on events for free. Okay, so disadvantages, of course, putting a free event on, you will have to bear all of the costs, basically venue hire, of course, when it's a physical event, there might be some catering, things like that. And of course, you need to consider, what's the outcome that I want to get from this. If it is a free event, then certainly most of the time people would be expecting there'll be some kind of like a call to action or a next step. However, hosting a free event takes away from the certainty or the knowledge that that people are going to turn up. And there is a commonly known percentage that less than 10% of people who register for a free event will turn up. So there's all of these other extra logistical follow-up systems you need to build into what you do in order to make sure you have a higher turn-up rate. No matter how hard I've tried in the past to increase my turn-up rate to free events, I've never been able to do any better than 30%. Okay, so 10% will show up, most of the time. So say 100 people registered for your free event, 10 are likely to turn up. So you might kind of go, oh my God, I've got so many people coming. Oh, this is going to be like, we're going to be so busy and all that. And then you rock up and only 10 people turn up. So just so you know, that's the common outcome of free events. I've trialed free. I've trialed free with VIP tickets, and of course paid with a VIP upgrade. And of course, every single time I know that a paid event is going to guarantee me 80% turn up rate, 80% plus. There's about 15 to 20% that I still see on average that do not show up, even if it is a paid event and they've paid ticket, because things happen in people's lives. Okay, so no shows is the disadvantage when you run a free event. Of course, disadvantage of having lots of costs to cover just by yourself. So you have to have a very, very strong call to action and be great at what you do in order to convert. So it doesn't, I also say masses of numbers, if you get people into, lots of people into an event, it doesn't mean that you're going to get that many more sales. Sometimes, higher numbers don't mean, so think about quality versus quantity. And I find my conversion rate drops in bigger events versus ones that are smaller paid and you have sort of more committed or targeted audience within them. The next one is a free webinar versus a paid webinar. So this is an online event whereby your turn-up rates may even reduce even further. So again, it needs a really heavy follow-up in terms of getting people to turn up. So think about giving your audience some kind of piece of homework before they come into your training. Like, it depends if it's a training, depends what it is. If it's a free webinar, I'm assuming you're teaching them something. So something, to get them to have some kind of a commitment to doing a task or pre-work or things like that, and a series of reminders and follow-ups and emails up to 1 hour before the webinar runs. And once again, same thing as a physical seminar. It doesn't mean just because you have, lots and lots and lots of people that the conversion rate will be, just as high, or I can't even see in this type of live stream if where the comments come up. So I can't see if anyone is commenting and things like that at the moment. So sorry, guys, I'll just keep going. All right, so conversion rate within free webinars, again, what's the commitment to the person that has turned up to the webinar, and in terms of wanting to learn and actually has invested in themselves versus not. So there's this saying that I learned years back from a mentor of mine, that he said, people who don't pay, they don't pay attention. People who pay little, they pay little attention. People who pay a lot, they pay a lot of attention. And I know how true that is for me whenever I have gotten stuff for free, or how much I've really listened when something has been given away for free versus when something I've invested in, and times when I've invested in serious amounts in terms of how much attention I pay proportionally to how much I've invested in learning something from someone. You can get access to the best online course out there for free versus pay for an online course that's equivalent 10 grand or 15 grand, which I've done before. And I know which one I have followed with a lot of attention and commitment to getting my return on investment. So think about that for yourself and where you position yourself and what the commitment level of people will be if they're coming to free events or free webinars. Certainly there's a time and a place for these. They're great for lead generation. So lead generation is where you get people come in, they get to know you, and you know, maybe some will take that next step, but once you have them within your database and you're able to add further value and nurture them, these people from free may eventuate into paid clients down the track. A lot of the time at the front end, when they're just meeting you, unless they're really ready for that next step and you've done an amazing job to display the value behind what you're offering, they are not going to progress to the next step. They just need more like know and trust to be built first. So I think free stuff is great as a lead generation. Of course, you know, it can work really well. There's people, experts out there who convert amazing from free webinars and seminars. But what I have found is to build that level of mastery takes years, and finesse of the content and tweaking of what you do. All right. Free book versus a paid book. So this comes back to our niche. You know, think about, you know, when you give away like a downloadable PDF, or, you know, in the past I have run ads to my whole book, The Ultimate 48-Hour Author Book, which you can see actually on this side here. You know, works amazing. Again, fantastic for lead generation and getting people into the system and to be able to communicate to them. But think about how much people actually value that free resource. I don't know how many downloadable PDFs of free books or ebooks I have downloaded, and the percentage I've read is probably less than 5%. Okay, so I say it collects dust on the virtual or the real life shelf, you know, when it is gotten for free. But when I go in there and press to pay my money to Amazon to download a Kindle book because I really want to read it and I've put my money there, I can guarantee you I go to it and I read it, and I get the information straight away. So if you are giving away some of those, you know, free PDFs, downloadables, ebooks, whatever it is, just don't hold your breath that people are going to, oh, they're going to read this and they're going to contact me and they're going to do all of that kind of stuff. Think about it. It's a long-term game in terms of, okay, this is your starting point of you adding value. You need to then communicate more and more with people. I don't know if you've noticed, but every time you download something for free, you get hammered with about at least 5 to 10 emails in the following couple of weeks from that particular business owner, because of course they don't trust that you have gone and read their stuff. So therefore they're sending you little reminders and further value adding gold nuggets, so that if you are in this space of solving your problem around the thing that you downloaded, then they want to keep top of mind, and that's the right way to go about it. If you're not the right person, you don't want any more info, of course you can unsubscribe, and that's cool as well. So think about that. All right, think about TV as well. Free TV versus paid TV. Okay, so what happens on free TV? We get ads every 7 to 10 minutes, right? And you get probably 2-3 minutes of ads, right? So when you get something for free as well, you generally need to waste a lot more time. So free TV wastes our time because you don't get to watch our shows uninterrupted. We have to sit through the ads and they take away our attention from what we're being focused on, right? So versus paid TV, you pay for your movie, you sit through it, you have your hour and a half rather than 2.5 hours with ads or whatever it is, and then you move on to stuff. So think about time, the value of time, when you're getting something for free versus when you're investing for something. Usually when you're getting stuff for free, it's going to take you a lot longer to work it out yourself, what it is that you need to do to solve this problem, versus you're paying for a solution and you get to work with someone and you're not wasting time. You're getting the fast track, you're getting the shortcut, and you're getting, you know, to the point of the appointment. Good morning, Jody. Great to see you on the call. Finally, I can see some comments coming up. I know it's working because I'm on this new live producer of Facebook. Okay, so yeah, think about free TV versus paid TV. What's the pain in the ass when you are watching free TV versus the one that you actually pay, you know, to get the shows uninterrupted. All right, next one, free mastermind versus paid mastermind. Yeah. So when we think about mastermind is when a group of people get together on a regular basis and they help each other to solve each other's problems. I know I've been part of both, and what it feels like. So with a free mastermind, people turn up, they don't turn up, they care, they don't care. It's kind of like, if it suits my life, it suits my timing, I'll turn up and whatever happens. Whereas with a paid mastermind, I can guarantee you people are going to be there every time, each time of the month. Hey, Susie. And they're going to get the lessons. They're going to go out there, implement. They're going to get help. And also think about the quality of people. Like, if you are going to be part of a free or a paid mastermind, what's the quality of people that are going to be in one or the other, okay? The general consensus would be that a paid mastermind will have highly committed, accountable people who are there to solve a problem and to get ahead in their life and business, versus a paid mastermind might have people who just want to hang out socially and they just want to feel good about, kind of being part of a community, but not really follow through and have the accountability and the mindset to really thrive as a result of being part of that mastermind. So there's a time and a place for both, and certainly I've been an experienced. I've hosted free masterminds, I've hosted paid masterminds, and I see what the differences are, and that's what you got to consider. Again, something for free is always for building and nurturing a relationship, or getting someone into your world so you can communicate and build on from there. Okay, so next one is paid networking versus free networking events, right? So we talked about events earlier, and that was more like workshops. You're going to do a workshop free or paid. Now I'm talking about networking events, and I have been to again over the 10 years. I'm a big networker. Good morning, Janine. So I've had my exercise too. My PT came at 7:15. I don't know what it was, but today everyone just like slept. I got woken by the alarm, which never happens. I'm usually up before my alarm. I don't want to hear that annoying noise. Anyway, free networking versus paid networking. Free, again, people turn up, they try to pass around a lot of business cards, connect with a lot of people, that kind of whirlwind. There doesn't seem to be as deep a connection as people who are committed to a paid networking group. One of the biggest examples that I can think about is BNI. BNI is amazing for startup businesses and for all businesses, but mostly people join BNI when they've just started. It's Business Networking International, and basically, they pay like fees of close to $1,100 or $1,500 a year. Plus, they pay their weekly breakfast fee that pays for the venue and all that kind of stuff. And they turn up week after week after week after week. And every time and every week, they got to say what they do. They're going to connect with each other one-on-one. They got to be held accountable in terms of who's given referrals, who hasn't. So there's a high level of accountability around it, and that givers gain perspective. So it's a very, very streamlined and a strict model. It's not for everybody. Some people may have tried to go, oh, I hate BNI, just so many rules, but it works. It works. I was part of it for my first 3 years in business, and I visited recently my old group and to say hello, and just they run such tight ship. But what I can see when there's paid networking, there is that commitment, that accountability. You turn up because you've paid your fees for the year, then you're paying fees to go in there weekly. You have to turn up. You can only be absent twice in 6 months, and there's all of these rules, and therefore the results and the groups thrive. Versus a free networking, but I'll turn up this week, I won't turn up next month. There's just not that. There's no skin in the game. When there's no skin in the game, there is lack of attention, as we said before. People don't pay attention, therefore they don't try as hard. Okay, next one is paid online course versus free online course. I mentioned this a little bit before, but what you're likely to receive generally from a free online course is more about the what. This is what this is. This is why, the why and the what, right? In a free online course, so you're going to get a lot of why and a lot of what, right? But in a paid online course, you're likely to get, and you will get the how. You're going to get the depth of information. So if you're always looking for free online courses and all that kind of stuff, start to recognize that they're giving you the depth of information behind what it is that you want to figure out. And usually a free online course is not going to be, super long and really long videos or trainings and things like that. That's how you can tell if they're only 5 or 10 minute videos, 3 videos in a row, that's not really going to get you to the solution. You need a lot more depth. And that's why paid online courses will have half an hour modules, and really learning and intense kind of follow through and templates and checklists and all that kind of stuff. So think about free online course, you get the why and the what. In a paid online course, you get the how. Okay, so you get everything underneath all that. All right, free coaching versus paid coaching. So a lot of you guys that follow me, or pro bono, they call it, did a ton of pro bono coaching in my first year of business, to the point that I was running a fully booked coaching practice just pro bono. And that was a good kind of repetition of attaining my skills and my intuition and what questions to ask and all that kind of stuff. But where I started really having and seeing massive shifts in my clients is when they had skin in the game, when they started to pay for their coaching. And by the way, hardly any one of my pro bonus ever upgraded to be a paid client, because once you start with someone that way, they just don't see, like, how could I have received that for free and now have to pay you? This is why I'm also a big fan of having low-cost things for people to invest in rather than free things first up. And this is why my seminars are paid, because you get people used to paying something along the way, and they're more likely to pay down the track for the more expensive services or whatever it is that you've got to offer. Okay, so a lot of coaches can feel really crappy about themselves and think they're a bad coach if their clients are not getting results when they're getting pro bono coaching or free coaching, right? A lot of the time, people who I was pro bono coaching would cancel on me, sort of not be really serious during the sessions, not take action on what we decided they would take action on until the next time, come in with all the excuses and all that sort of stuff. The minute I had paid coaching clients, it was a completely different ball game. People were committed, they had skin in the game, they would do the work, they would come back, they would call me, they'd ask for further questions. Hardly ever would they reschedule or cancel a session. So don't think you're a crappy coach if your pro bono clients are not doing the work, okay? Because not paying you is actually not just, it's not serving them, right? When people don't pay, it's actually not serving them. Half of the transformation occurs because of we have a financial commitment to someone else, and the other half is because we're helping them through the service and we're doing the work that we need to do as a coach and a mentor. So think about it, and how long do you need to be offering your services for free? Of course, an initial session to have a, to understand a client and see if you can help them is essential. I always will talk to someone for free before they commit to anything that I do, because first of all, I don't know if I can help them. Right? So in order to know if I can help them and actually customize a solution for them, I need to speak to them first. Speaking to a lady over in New Zealand the other day, and she had come to my half-day workshop 2 years ago. Okay, and she had followed me, and again, we were, stayed in the relationship, and she stayed into my database and all that kind of stuff. And she reached out to me and she goes, I met you 2 years ago, got this book I really want to publish, can you tell me about the costs of publishing? And I go, well, can't really quote you straight up. It's like, it can be so different depending on how many words is your book and what do you want and what do you want to achieve out of it. I said, let's catch up for a quick 15-minute chat on Zoom, just so I can figure out what is it that you have, and I can ask you some more questions, and then I can customize something for you. And actually, so this, we caught up last Friday, and I was able to work out. We spent probably a good half an hour on the call, and I was able to then give her a correct estimate of what this gave me an opportunity to do is rebuild our rapport from 2 years ago, and actually just catch up as human beings, and just get to a point where, okay, I understand who you are and what you want. Here's the thing that I think I can help with, and therefore now the ball is in your court. So really, really important that you still offer people the opportunity, because you want to be able to build rapport, establish value, and see if you can solve a problem. Okay. couple of examples from real life where free works really well, and is restaurants when they give away like free food. Sort of we were over in our last trip before lockdown was in Queensland, so we did Gold Coast, Brisbane, Sunshine Coast. And when we were in the last stop, which was Sunshine Coast, we went out for before restaurants shut down. We went out on the street and we feel like something for dinner and all that sort of stuff. And this amazing Italian restaurant, a lady was standing in front and offering, samples of free pizza. For people who are walking past to get more, obviously, clients in there. We said, why not? Let's give this a taste. And it was amazing. That pizza was like so good. And we said, yep, we're sold. Come on in, get us 2 of these pizzas, and that's our dinner for the night, because we just couldn't even think about what to eat that night. It was so yummy. So that's where free also works really well. Someone sampling your product works really well at makeup counters, when they give away free makeovers and they talk you through as they're doing your makeup, what sort of products they're using and why, or they give away free samples. Makeovers, however, can be a lot more leveraged because, of course, there's multiple products being used, and therefore you go, okay, I'll have one of these, and all that kind of stuff. So it works really, really well there. So think about all of these various things I've covered off, where you place yourself. If at every point of your business, you will have to make a decision. Should this be free? Should this be paid? Test it, see how it works, and think about the mindset that someone is going to be coming into your thing with if you are and have offered it or are giving it for free. Okay, don't take it out on yourself if you people are not serious, or my thing doesn't work, and you are doing it for free, and therefore people are not as committed or attached to the results, or even doing the work or following through or reading your free resource and stuff. Don't be disheartened, and think about the quote that people who don't pay attention. People who pay little, they pay little attention. People who pay a lot, they pay a lot of attention. And you need to have those stages in your business built in, so that you have the opportunity actually to. And so as you think about the sales funnel, of course, your free stuff will be at the top, but it's not likely that all of those people at the top that get your free stuff are ever going to move down and actually decide, yeah, I'm going to solve my problem, and you're the person to help me do it. But the point is, it's a numbers game, so that when they start off from here, a certain percentage will move down to the next level, and a certain percentage of those will also move down to the next level through you consistently turning up, adding value, sending an email, doing live streams, just doing all of the things that continue to illustrate and give people practical information to get, to position yourself also and stay top of mind with people. Really, really, really important. So go forth and do all your testing, and certainly offer different things, and just start to analyze what all of this means for you. All right, guys, so that's it for today. I'm going to go now to my Ultimate 48 Author Mastermind group, talk to those guys about some author-related kind of stuff. And by all means, if you have something that you are offering for free, share it with us in the comments box, and I want to see what it is and how it actually unfolds from here on in. Or if you have insights around how it's worked or hasn't worked for you when you have put it out there, or pet hates, likes, dislikes, because I have got my own pet hates when I'm absolutely categorically don't want to do something. And for me, being in the event space, I'm really, really averse to giving away free tickets to my webinars and seminars. Even though they are my introductory product, I really am averse to doing that. I don't know if it's a limiting mindset, but I think, people will pay at least some attention to what I've got to say, and have a greater percentage in terms of following through if they have got at least a little bit of an investment and some skin in the game. All right, have a wonderful Monday, guys, and I will see you next week. So go and smash it out.